Here I'll explain two very basic setups using soda bottles to germinate your cactus seeds. As you can see here, my Trichoceros pashanoides are germinated here. So a very basic way is to cut the plastic bottle in half, as I did here, and add two very little cuts on the sides of the upper half or the lower half, whichever. Then fill the bottle with some soil and put your seeds there, spray some water in there, close it off. You don't have to seal it, but you can if you want. It's probably not recommended because your seeds are going to start rotting. It's going to get too humid. But you can put the lid on for the first few months, perhaps for the first month, and then remove the lid. Another setup which uses two bottles and is harder to build but then easier to use because you don't have to spray water inside it every now and then, is that, like the previous one, you cut your bottle in half the exact same way. The difference is that at the bottom of it you add 3 or 4 holes and put some wicks through the holes and glue gun them there, glue them. I used a plastic glue gun from the dollar store, and the wicks are also from the dollar store. And then use another bottom half of another bottle, fill that with water, put the first bottle in the second one. You can fill up the second bottle like up to here, as I did. I haven't done it, but I will. And then the wicks are gonna suck up the water to your soil, so you can fill the first bottle like the previous one, like this one, with soil and plant your seeds, and it should be working. I mean, I know it works because I have made it before. And then you put the lid on for the first month. So what you need to do for cactuses is that you have to keep them as humid as possible for the first month, and you shouldn't be using direct sunlight, not even indirect sunlight. You should be using artificial light, whichever you have access to. And as the seeds got germinated, you can basically keep them like that for a month. Then you can remove this lid, but it still is going to keep it very humid, like this one. And then for the next month, you still use basically the second month, you still use the sun lamp or your artificial light. And then after that, you can use indirect sunlight for another 3 months. And from the 5th month, you should be able to use the actual sunlight. So for these ones, the San Pedro ones, probably after 5 months, you should give them separate pots for each of them. But for piety, if you have any, you should basically you can keep them together. They like it that way. You can keep them together for up to a year, and then you can replant them into separate pots. I hope this little video works for you. This is my 4th or 5th time germinating anything. And I think this method I used, these bottles, is the best one. Goodbye.